some shine. Hey everybody, this is Rick with Apocalyptic. Thanks for joining me, for hanging out with me for just a few minutes. Hey, this is a great week, by the way. So far, anyway, it's a pretty good week. I need you to help me out here. I need you to participate, please. I've got a question for you. And I need you to answer this question. You could do the easiest way possible. I would just say, drop me a line on Facebook. Just post something on my Facebook page or send me an email, rick@apocalyptic.com. Make sure you spell that right. Spell change, wants to automatically change it to apocalyptic, but it's apocalyptic with an E in there. Check it. But you can do that. You can send me an email. Question I have is this. So I wanted to do this show today. It's Thursday. It's Thursday show. Trying to do a show every Monday and Thursday. And sometimes a little late. Sometimes it doesn't work. You know how it is. Trying to keep it on schedule, though. But my question is this. Is 2 shows a week too much for you? Should I back off on the shows? So originally my thought was to do, my old podcast that I used to do, 1 show a week and an hour long. That's easy to do when you got 2 people. You could do an hour. But I kind of thought maybe an hour of hearing me talk, nothing but me, is too much. No, I wouldn't even want to do that. So I figured maybe I'll do a 30-minute show. And then I thought, well, if I'm doing a 30-minute show, why don't I do 2? I could do 2, maybe early in the week, late in the week. So I picked Monday and Thursday. Seems like a pretty good thing. Trying to keep them at 30 minutes. I think a lot of them come out around 20 minutes, which is not bad for a podcast, solo podcast, I think. It's a pretty comfortable pace. I've listened to the show a few times. I think that's pretty good. You get started, listen to it, wrap it up really quick, and then you're done. Nice little package of show there. But I'm curious, what about you? Is 2 shows a week too much for you? You have trouble catching up on the shows, or are you doing all right? Some people can listen to them on the way to work. That's good. Whatever I need to do to make your time easier, more valuable. I don't want to take up your valuable time. So I'm really thinking about you. So what do you think? Send me an email. Just post something on Facebook. I'm okay with that. Anything, just a sentence or 2. Just say 2's fine, 2's too much. 1 is too much. I don't listen to your show. Shut up. Whatever you want to do, I'm okay with it. I just want to know. I just need your help. See, these are the kind of things that I can't do on my own. I don't know enough. I'm just not on that side. I'm not on the listener side. I need a listener to join in. You know what I'm saying? And when I've asked before, some people have done it, and that's good. So this time, it's your chance to step up and say, if you're listening to the show, which one you would like. 1 show a week, 2 shows a week. And, even if you pick 2 and you only listen to 1 every once in a while, that's understandable. I'm not going to sue you. I won't. So here's something I've been lawyers. I am fascinated I do a lot of traveling. I used to, not as much now. I'm backing off. My other company that I had, I did a lot of traveling. And that company now is not operating hardly at all, really. And that's okay with me. But when I traveled around, billboards, lawyer billboards everywhere. And I live in a big city. Atlanta is a big city, and there's lawyer billboards everywhere. The bigger the city, I feel like, the more lawyer billboards you get to look at. And you do find out that as you travel around, some lawyers are everywhere. Now, I used to work for a place where I would price billboards. We needed to do some billboard ads. And they would be like $2,000 to $6,000 a month for 1 billboard. Now, you think about some of these attorneys that are paying, I don't know, I'm going to assume they get a package deal of some sort. But I bet you it's in the millions a year for some of these attorneys to advertise all in every city, all these cities, I would go to Texas and it would be in every state, every city. There's the faces of these attorneys. But what I've discovered is now it's not enough to be an attorney. Apparently you can't just be, Dick Johnson. I don't know why I picked that name. It might be some kind of Freudian thing. I don't know. Dick Johnson, attorney. You can't be Dick Johnson anymore. You have to be a character. So attorneys now are being and you see it on their commercials too, the TV commercials. So we have a dude down here, the Strong Arm. That's his nickname. That's his character. He's the strong arm. So for years, I would see it on the side of a bus. I would say for years, but a long time I saw it on the side of a bus. The strong arm. Call the strong arm. Injured? Call the strong arm. So I figured this guy was like the Hulk, right? The strong arm. And then finally, I saw him on a commercial. I hope he's not listening because he will sue me. He sounds like Mike Tyson, but he's a little tiny guy. Really, he's like, "Hi, I'm the strong arm. Call the strong arm today. I'll get you what you deserve. The strong arm is me." That's that guy. That's him. The strong arm. I want to test his arm. I feel like you should be able to test his arm for strength, and if it's not strong, you should be able to sue him. That's what I think. Anyway, he's a strong arm, but I get fascinated by these characters that these attorneys feel like that they have to put forward. And now they're really playing on the Marvel universe, and you'll have the whole firm kind of standing there together with their arms folded. They just don't have the capes and the uniform, but that's coming. I guarantee you, the attorneys are going to start wearing costumes. They will. Mark my words. Let's give it a time. 20 years. In 20 years, you're going to see attorneys wearing costumes, and whether they do it in the courtroom, I don't know, but they'll do it they'll do it on their billboards. They'll do it on their ads. They're going to have their character costumes because these guys are just nerds anyway. They grew up, everybody just making fun of them. They're kind of, this is their chance to be superhuman. That's why they got into being attorneys anyway, so they could be superhuman. I would like to be. I always thought I'd be a good attorney, but I don't have a character. What could my character be? I don't even know. I wouldn't do the characters. I remember a few years ago, I came across this guy. So I was doing a job for a company, and a guy who was involved with the company, he was an attorney in the city. So I met him through that company, and he was really funny. And so I remember one time talking to him, I was like, "Look, I have this idea for you," because they did a lot of advertising in the city. It was a city I used to live in. And they did a lot of advertising. And I said, "I have this idea. You're very, very funny. I think because attorney ads are so stuffy, they were at the time, they were all just so boring." And I was like, "I feel like if you started putting some of your humor into your ads and people could see that you're a funny dude, they would remember you. People love funny things, and they just automatically remember your ads." And he really kind of woke up. He's like, "Do you think so?" I was like, "Yeah, I really think that's something. You should try it. You should think about that." And then I just kind of forgot about it. And then months and months later, the ad comes up for this law firm, and it's this little comedy sketch. And it was interesting. It wasn't great, but it was interesting. It was just because you don't see that, or at the time anyway, you didn't see it with attorneys, and so he remembered it, and apparently everybody else did because they kept it going. And I mean, 3-4 years they kept doing. They would write new scripts. They would get dumber and dumber and funnier supposedly, and that became their thing. And I think at one point they just kind of said, "All right," I don't know if they're still doing it, but they really backed off of it for a while and kind of got a little more serious. But people remember them, apparently, those funny ads. But you got, I don't know if they have characters. You do have to have characters. So I looked it up. So we have several characters here in Atlanta area, and some of the characters are all over the country, I believe. So here are the characters. I looked up several of them. The strong arm. The strong arm. I'm the strong arm. I will flex my strong arm over here and get you what you deserve. your compensation. The strong arm, my bald lawyer. So this dude's just bald. And he's like, I don't have anything I can do. I don't have, look, I can't think. I'm not that interesting. Wait a minute. I'm bald. I'll be the bald lawyer. So I just figured that, there should be like my fat ass lawyer, my lawyer with shingles, my bad breath lawyer. I don't know. You could just exploit part of your physical, my short lawyer, Why not? My lawyer with a booger. You just keep the booger in your nose. Don't blow it out. It's your gimmick. Keep it there. Okay. I never heard of this guy before. The Gorilla. That's his name. Call the Gorilla. Gorilla. I think I want an attorney. No, get the Gorilla. All right. Take this banana and leave me alone. The Sharks. I don't know. That's their name. Call the Sharks. Call the Sharks. You have to have the in front of your name, though. All of them are the something. The Sharks. It sounds like a West Side Story gang. We're the Sharks. The Fighter. Not that inventive, but whatever. He's got a name. I'm the Fighter. Me and the Strong Arm. We get together and fight crime. The Super Lawyer. I've seen this guy here in Atlanta, the Super Lawyer. So that's what I'm talking about. The Marvel universe. There's super lawyers. They need a theme song every time they walk in the courtroom. And the Hammer. The Hammer! I'm the Hammer. I wonder if that's a nickname his wife gave him. Honey, I can't think of a nickname. Oh, you're the Hammer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do I want people to know that? Yeah, I do. I'm the Hammer. So that's the characters. That's the names. Look, make up your own. You can be an attorney. All you need is the name. That's all you got to have. And what I think is funny, there are several law firms that go by their name. And they have interesting names, so they use it. They work it in. Like I saw this, one of it's Dill, D-I-L-L, the Dill law firm. And so their billboard is, in a pickle, call Dill. Oh, the Strong Arm, I'll call Dill. Yeah, I think whatever you got to do to get people to remember you, right? What else was there? The Batman law firm, that was their name, Batman. Botman, B-A-T-M-A-N. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Batman law firm. But they didn't really exploit it. It just says Batman law firm. Maybe they don't have to. It's got such high recognition for that name. But they didn't have any kind of insignia. They didn't go with colors. They didn't in any way reference Batman. They're lawyers. They probably know they shouldn't. They can't. They'll get sued themselves. So I feel like it's coming, though. They'll figure out some way to work it in. And what else? This was the best one. The best and the worst. Dick Law Firm. Seriously, Dick Law Firm. And it was, need a lawyer? Hire a dick. That's what it said. Look it up. Google it. It's there. The Dick Law Firm. If your name... I've known some people last name Dick. Andy Dick, the actor. There are people with that name, and you just got to make it work for you, right? I'm Rick. I could have been Rick Dick, but my last name's not Dick, but I was called Prick in high school a lot. People did do that. So hire a prick. Yeah, why not? That could be my nickname. I'm the Prick. Okay, let's go to something else, shall we? I'm tired of talking about attorneys. Every billboard in Atlanta is an attorney billboard. There's no billboards left for anybody else. It's just the attorneys. And at one point, everybody's parents was like, be an attorney, a doctor or an attorney. I don't care. Be one. And these people are just like, which one? Which one's going to be the cheapest, quickest? What can I do? I'm just going to do attorney. I don't think I have to study as long, and I'm not going to kill anybody that much. So I'm just going to be an attorney. So you had tons of people becoming attorneys, and now there's just too many of them. And they all got to find something to do. They got to find somebody to sue. So they're suing Army bases because the water quality is not good. injured. I saw, what was it? Injured. They got the SUV, a trucker, attorneys injured. Oh, there was this law firm. They specialize in cruise. Were you injured on a cruise? Call us. We're the cruise attorneys. That's where we are. That's where we are. I'm going to be a coffee attorney. Coffee too hot? Let's sue. I'll get you the compensation you deserve. I do have coffee this morning. I'm drinking coconut mocha. I don't have any cream in it. I'm going creamless for a while. I went off coffee for a couple weeks. Did good, did well, but I missed it. Missed my coffee. Not addiction level missing. I just like the taste of it. But I decided I'm going to get back onto it, and not going to do the cream for a while. And I'm liking it so far. Actually, the coffee tastes. You get into more the nuances of the taste. All right. When you're putting the cream in, it's just, you just want that coffee. You just need the coffee. But I feel like when you don't have the cream, you're drinking it more for the taste. I do. So I got the coconut mocha today. Feeling good. I did. Now, here's something that I'm contributing to society. This is my own project. Let me just say, first of all, it's an ongoing project. So I'm going to reveal to you the initial findings of the project, and then we'll develop it as we go along. We might even develop it here on the show. But I have discovered that there are three, I don't know what to call them. They're not behavior types, but you know what I'm talking about. You've got the Myers-Briggs, where you're an INFP, INTJ, IM, ASMR, whatever. It's just, you got the little initials, and everybody falls into that. What are there, 12? You got to be one of those. I am an INFP, and according to that. And then you've got is it the enneagrams, right? Am I saying that right? Where you're a special type of personality. You can be an empath. You could be, I don't know all of the ones. Quarterback. I can't remember. You could look them up. I think they're all on the internet. I believe I'm a healer. Like a dog. You just say heal, and I'll just follow you around for the rest of your life. I'm a healer, and you can do a mixture of them. So if you're like a chef and a plumber, you could be a little of both. You just cook things only in the toilet. There are some things I should never say on the show, and that was one of them. But anyway, so I don't know, this list that right now only have three types, but they're not personality types. They're we'll come up with a name for them. Anyway, you'll figure it out. So what I tried to do was think about the type of people and what you need to be comfortable living in society. I guess I would say the conduct of other people. Okay? How you need other people to act in society with you. And I've sort of boiled it down to three types. Okay? And there may be more. I'm trying to identify more, but I've identified three of them, and maybe that's the beginning of where we start. And see which one that you fall into. I think I know which one I fall into. So here they are. All right. The three types are, number one, everyone should live as they want to live. Okay? That's one type. Second type, everyone should live as they want to live as long as it doesn't affect me. Okay? Number two. That was number two, personality. Not even personality type. I don't even know what this is. What is this? And number three, everyone should live as I want them to live. Okay? Those are the three that I've identified. Now, there's a lot to be said about this. I'm not going to say it all, but I will say, and you probably think about it. You could probably think people that you know, how they all fit. Where do you fit? I think most of us probably fit in the middle. Sort of, we're fine with everybody living the way they want to live, as long as it doesn't affect us, as long as it doesn't get in our way. But the last two kind of involve a little bit of ego. I would say degrees of narcissism might be in there. And that's weird in a society. It's just like, I'm okay with people doing what they want to do. Just don't affect me. Don't get in my way. And those people that will cut you off in traffic. So the extreme, of course, is everybody should live as I want. And I feel like that a lot of times that's sort of connected to people who sometimes have strong religious beliefs or moral beliefs or tradition. They've taught a certain way. And people should act the way I want them to act. Or I think it doesn't necessarily mean I want them the way I want them to act, but the way I believe they should act. And if they don't, I'm going to put a stop to it. I'm going to pass some laws to force them to act the way I think they should act. They're not doing what I was taught you're supposed to do. Maybe through religion, church, education, regional traditions, whatever. They're not acting that way, and I've got to force them to act that way. And then ultimately, it's just like, well, how are you going to force them? Well, I'm going to tell them to quit. Well, what if they don't do it? Well, I'll bring the strong arm over. The strong arm will do it. I'll hit them with my strong arm. Well, what if they're stronger than you? Well, I'll get some weapons. I'll get a gun. I'll have gun. Maybe I need 2 guns, 3 guns, 4 guns. You see where this is going? People with the stockpile, people who have all the weapons. I think there might be a connection. You can find out. But you can also see in the way they treat other people, the way they treat waitresses or waiters, the way they treat their doctors and medical staff, the way they treat you in traffic. They're cutting you off. They're trying to take advantage of you. Is it all about them? I've seen several of those people. And then there are the other people that everybody should live however they want, do whatever they want to do. That's I like to think that I'm in that category. I think we all, though, have that last little bit, like as long as it doesn't affect me, because I don't want people just to do. I don't want people to have a big country music concert in my front yard. Like, I think. I'm trying to think. I was in a neighborhood or something at some point, and someone had a concert in their backyard, and there was a lot of complaints about it. And I started thinking, well, I can understand that. I didn't mind it too much, couldn't hear it, but the people that were really close to it probably did. And there were a lot of complaints. And I just thought, why can't people be quiet for 2 hours? Let them have their fun. Let them do what they want to do. But if I was there, I can see maybe I wouldn't feel that way. Maybe I wouldn't want somebody putting crazy decorations in their yard if I'm trying to sell my house, so I could see the whole thing of as long as it doesn't affect me. But I think I probably lean a little more towards people should be allowed to do what they want. But then that does incorporate the last people, right? If you're going to say that people should be allowed to do what they want to do, then you have to also say that includes the people who don't want you to do anything that you want to do. So you have to incorporate those people who do cut you off in traffic and do whatever they do to get ahead in life. All right? So you have to think about it. So anyway, these are the 3. I think everybody kind of falls into one of those. I don't know what this means yet. I do feel like there's some deep things to it, and we can discover it as we get on with the show. But that's the thing. 2 shows, 1 show, call, talk, text. We do have the listener line, by the way, 678-348-0008. You thought I wouldn't mention it, but it's out there. You can text that line, I think even anonymously. I think I'll see your number, but I don't know who you are. I don't know your number. You don't have to sign your name, put your name. You could just do a quick text to that number, 678-348-0008. I'm texting 1 day, 2 days, whatever. Let me know. Drop me a line on Facebook. Tell me what you think. I'm also on Instagram. Is that it? Well, that's probably the Facebook is probably the best way to do it, to let me know what you think. Thanks to everybody out there who listens to the show. We pick up new people all the time. I don't even know what that means. I don't pick anybody up. No, we get some listeners, and share it with your friends. Let people know you listen. If you like the show, if you don't like the show, please don't talk about it. In fact, if you don't like the show, stop listening now. Turn it off, because it's over. That's right. I ended the show. Let me know what you think, and in the meantime, I'll probably see you sometime around Monday. Okay, bye-bye.